Oh, hi guys, and welcome to another weekly update. Today, pretty stoked to have sitting here with Janelle Kerrisk from Helix Legal. Janelle was a partner at Holding Redlich, and since leaving the partnership has been very busy not only establishing Helix Legal, which is a legal practice that has zero concept of timesheets, none at all, but been keeping very busy developing a product which is you call your side hustle, which is called LawLancer. Can you just give us the elevator pitch on what is LawLancer?
Sure. LawLancer is basically summer clerks for all seasons. So it's a platform where law firms can match with law students to undertake legal research work on a freelance basis. So like we spoke about this morning at the conference we spoke at, bringing the gig economy to law, and giving students the opportunity to take on work and earn money while they're still at university.
Cool. And in terms of uptake and numbers, how many students you got on board? Who are you working with?
Sure, the student interest has been absolutely overwhelming. We've got hundreds of students who have signed up that have interest in being law lancers. We've had Bond University on board since the very inception of the idea, which has been really great. They've run the pilot program with us, so we've had the first round of students go through the Law Lancer training. And the Bond students have been the first ones to have access to the platform and really give it a run and see how it works and give us feedback as we go through a further development of it.
Cool. And talk us through maybe an example of how the platform would work from sort of woe to go. Do you have something you can talk about?
Sure. So you're a student.
Yep.
I've got Helix Legal and I specialise in construction law. So I post a brief up on the platform and I'll say I'm looking for someone to prepare a case note for me on the licensing obligations for a civil contractor in Queensland. And so just so happens you've just finished contract law and you're a whiz at equity, and I specify in my brief that I want someone who's undertaken contract law and equity law. And so I'll, as the law firm, post up the job with the price that I want to pay for the job, and then straight from the platform, you can take the job, take on the work. Once you complete it, everything is undertaken through the platform. So we give students the opportunity to make sure that they're providing the product that the law firm is looking for and that it stays within the parameters of the way the platform's set up insofar as the product that comes back to the law firm.
Awesome. And is this a full-blown tech platform? Are you guys building it yourself or using third-party tech? Where you're at on the build side?
Yeah, sure. We've got some friends that we've made in the tech world because, as you can imagine, having spent 6 years as a partner in a law firm and really had that traditional path before this, coding and that whole world has been a real learning curve for us. So we've been really lucky to align ourselves with people that bring to the table those things that we need. And I think there's a real magic that happens when people with a legal mind are matched in with the people with a tech background, and when they really make an effort to talk to each other and come up with ideas that can really benefit the industry.
And how have you gone? I mean, you've built up a service business or a law firm in Helix Legal, so certainly a lot of lessons learned in that process, no doubt. Any big differences in terms of building, a tech product, a startup?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been like learning an entire new language and existing in an entire new world. So I think before starting Helix, in lawyer land, as I've heard it called, you kind of live in a bubble and you don't know what you don't know. And then once you venture out into this kind of startup world and the tech world, there's a whole new lot of things that need to be learnt.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it becomes getting a bit of street smarts about you rather than having to know everything about how it all works. A good base of information and partnering with the right people can really take you far.
Yep. And what about on the investment and funding side? Have you got funding? Are you looking for funding? Where are you at?
Sure. So far, it's all been the blood, sweat, and tears of myself and Sarah, who's my co-founder. We were lucky enough to be awarded an Advanced Queensland grant So that's really given us a good kick to keep going at the moment. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, all the best with the product. It's awesome to see, you're kicking goals in a marketplace. I hold marketplaces dear to my heart, and it's awesome to see you sort of tackling that vertical as well.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cool.
Thanks.